Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my first spring cleaning video of the season. We are going to be focusing on my kitchen today, so I hope that this inspires you to clean something in your home, and let's get started. So I'm starting off with the light fixture above our breakfast nook table. This is something that I do about once a year in the spring. I get up here and I dust it. It's not very hard to clean because there's not like a ton of tiny pieces or anything, but it definitely does get dusty. The light bulb is also dusty, and I am making sure that I'm cleaning top to bottom because I wouldn't want to clean the table and then clean this next because obviously dust can fall on the table, so you don't want to like dirty up something that you've already cleaned. So I always make sure that I'm cleaning top to bottom. I know it might be a little bit early for spring cleaning. We're like in mid-February, but in here it has been in the 40s, which has felt a little bit warm. But the main reason I'm doing it early is because I am due in May with our baby. And it's just, I'm not going to feel like doing this in April. So I'm doing it a little bit early. But right now we have these blinds going into our backyard, and I am vacuuming them. These definitely get dusty. And because they're so close to our table, they do get dirty. I do need to like wipe them down one by one, but that takes a very long time. I need to put it on my to-do list, but for right now, vacuuming them is good because they are a little bit dusty. But they get dirty because we have a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old, so sometimes food gets thrown or food gets dropped, or I don't even know what. I don't know how it happens, but it happens, and food splatters onto these blinds. So I vacuumed those. It was a little bit tedious. I obviously sped it up quite a bit, but my arm was very sore at the end. And now I am just cleaning all of the windows with Windex. And I also want to mention, if you're in a phase of life right now where spring cleaning is not something you can do, if you're just trying to like do the bare minimum and that's all you can muster right now, that is totally fine. I don't want this video to make anyone feel like they're not doing enough or feel bad if you can't get stuff like this done. I know a couple years ago when I had my daughter in January, I didn't do any kind of deep spring cleaning because, you know, usually around like March is when I start. And of course with a 2-month-old, I was just not up for it. So if that is you right now, that is perfectly fine. I hope that you can just live vicariously through me and find some satisfaction out of watching this. But right now I am cleaning the trim and kind of the baseboards around this. I'm sorry the lighting is so bad, but whenever I am facing a bunch of windows, it is like really difficult to make it look like anything else. But I have a microfiber towel that I dipped in very hot water, and I also have some Mr. Clean concentrate mixed into the water, and I am using that to scrub all of this. Again, there's food splattered on here, and just like dust, and especially if you have little kids that like this is eye level for them and their hands and their sticky little fingers, definitely get down like on your hands and knees and look at your baseboards, look at like the first 1 to 2 feet of your walls and see what they look like, because oh my, if you've got little kids, you will probably be horrified by it.
You stole my heart, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors, like the moon needs the sun.
So I'm just continuing with the trim over here. This goes into our kids' like little craft area. It's supposed to be a formal dining room, but we don't use it for that right now. But we did have, because of the Keurig, we had some coffee splatters over here. I don't even know how that happens, but I did have to scrub the wall a little bit. And yes, if you watched my last video, I did wipe down all of our cabinets. That is typically something I do in my spring cleaning checklist, but I obviously don't need to do that like within, you know, twice in the same week. So watch my last video if you haven't seen it already. It was like a huge kitchen declutter, and I do some deep cleaning in there as well. So that's whenever I wipe down all the cabinets. But right there, I put a bowl of water in the microwave for 3 minutes to loosen up everything that was in the microwave. Our microwave was looking a little bit crusty on the inside. I hadn't cleaned it in a minute. So while that warms up, I am over here by our coffee area, and then I'm going to start wiping down our appliances.
What is it that you do? My life was great till you.
So now that the microwave is done, I am using a towel, and obviously you want to use very hot dish gloves because the water is very hot. I dipped the towel straight into the water that was in the microwave. I did add a little bit more Mr. Clean concentrate to that water. I use that stuff for everything. If you have a lemon, if I have a lemon on hand, I always put a lemon in here as well. I didn't have one, but lemon, vinegar, anything like that, if you want to go a little bit more natural route instead of an actual cleaner. But yeah, I'm just dipping the cloth into the water and then using that to get everything off. And if you microwave the water first, it really loosens up everything in the microwave and it makes it much easier to just wipe out. You don't really have to like do a whole lot of scrubbing. I'm going to continue on with the appliances. I am using Windex on all of them, and on our refrigerator. Our kids, oh my gosh, I don't even know, I think it was like back in December, put a ton of stickers on the bottom on the freezer part, and I just haven't had the heart to take them off. But the fridge was like, it needed to be wiped down so bad at this point. It's been like a month and a half, so I tried taking all of those off. I think I might need to get a little bit of Goo Gone, but that is okay. If you have little kids, it is fine if it looks like your house. If your house looks like your kids live there. For Eva's birthday party back in January, we had some stickers stuck to our floor in a spot of the house on our hardwood, and I was stressing out the night before the party because I couldn't get them to come off, because it's not just like an easy process to peel stickers off hardwood. And Alex like sarcastically said to me, yeah, we wouldn't want anyone who comes over tomorrow to think that we have a 2- and 3-year-old that live here and that we let them have fun. And I was like, okay, you're right. Like, that just gave me a whole new perspective. So I'm telling myself, A, it is okay if my house looks like kids live here, and B, it is okay if it looks like my kids have fun here.
And you and I, like a spark, we were quick to ignite. Then yeah, ask yourself, is it worth this fight? I love you so much sometimes, baby, I feel like I couldn't breathe. When I look in your eyes, I know I'm right here where I need to be. This could be the last time we see each other, but I wanted you to know that this ain't over. If you fall, I'll pick you up. Never too much. Carry these memories till we're older. Catch me falling now. Need you here somehow. Catch me falling now.
So now I'm working on the stove. I took the top off and sprayed those down with some cleaner to just kind of like soak a little bit, and now I'm getting up all of like the crumbs, and there's some rice that had spilled from the night before whenever I was cooking. So I'm going to spray all that, let it soak, and then come back to these. The stove is something that I do not enjoy doing, but honestly, after I am done, it feels so good to have a clean stove. So I definitely never regret doing this, and that's something that I try and tell myself whenever I'm trying to like pump myself up to clean. It's kind of like working out. It's like you don't feel like doing it, but once you get started, it's not so bad, and then once you're finished, you never regret it. You're always happy that you spent your time doing that.
You know that I'll be waiting when you come back, yeah. I'll be waiting when you come back, to me. If you love something, set it free. If it comes back, it's meant to be. How can I make you see? There will never be another you and me. This could be the last time that we see each other, but I wanted you to know that this ain't over. If you fall, I'll pick you up. Never too much. Carry these memories till we're older. So let's try to rewind and turn back all this time. So let's try to rewind now. This ain't over.
Now I am working on the pantry doors. My kids come into the pantry like 200 times a day, so these doors get a little bit sticky, and fingerprints on them from the snacks that they take out. So I am again just using that hot water with that Mr. Clean concentrate and a microfiber towel.
You know
Now I'm going to wipe down the table and chairs. Obviously this is more so like everyday maintenance as opposed to spring cleaning, but still definitely something that I needed to get done while I was filming. And I don't know about you guys if you have to wipe your chairs down every single day. The ones that Alex and I sit in, like, definitely not every day. But the ones that the kids sit in, yeah, that's like 3 times a day. After every single meal, those chairs need to be wiped down.
I'll be waiting when you come back, when you come back to me.
So now I'm going to sweep under here. There was tons of crumbs, and I'm also going to move our table because of how the legs are. Stuff like gets trapped underneath of them, and I mean I do this like more so than just like once in the spring, but definitely not part of my everyday. Probably like, I don't know, a couple times a month I'll try and remember to move this, and it's kind of hard to see right now, but there were definitely some crumbs. I've shown in videos before where I found like a tablespoon or a teaspoon or something stuck under one of these. So yeah, never know what you're gonna find if you've got toddlers and you move your furniture. So now we're on a different day. I just wanted to finish up a couple of things, wiping down the window and the trash can, and now I'm getting to work on the baseboards. I am using that same technique with hot water and the Mr. Clean concentrate and microfiber towel. It just like works so good for everything, and I am taking this vacuum around with me because crumbs get trapped under here like crazy, and it is so frustrating whenever you are trying to clean a baseboard and then the crumbs just like keep sticking to your towel or cat hair or dog hair, whatever you might have. For your family pets. So yes, this was definitely something that needed to get done. It does hurt my knees. I didn't quite enjoy it, but it definitely looks so much better now. So I had some dishes in the sink that I needed to get taken care of. Some of them I just got to put in the dishwasher. Others I had to hand wash. And then I'm going to make sure that I scrub the sink out really good. I try to do this, every few days, kind of like as needed. And I use a Mrs. Meyer's surface scrub. Sometimes I use baking soda, just kind of depending on my mood. And then I mix some dish soap and water with it to kind of make a paste. And then I just use my sponge to scrub away. This is kind of like the stove. It feels so good to have a nice sparkling clean sink, and it makes me not ever want to use it again. If anyone else feels like that, sometimes I will get my kitchen like all cleaned during my 2-year-old's nap, and then I'm just like, okay, I guess we're gonna start for dinner because I am not doing this again tonight. So I hope that you all enjoyed this video and that you found it motivating. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you did enjoy it. Let me know in the comments what other areas in my home you want to see me spring clean. I am totally down to film any other rooms that you guys want to see. I'm very glad I got the kitchen done. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here and for watching, and I will see you in my next video.